The 2024 U.S. presidential election is now today, with the race between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump still tightly contested in key battleground states. Welcome to my channel Selena Classic Aura. Click on the subscribe button below. Thank you. Recent polls by CBS News show that both candidates are virtually tied in these swing states, making the election a toss-up. Over 78 million Americans have already voted early, either in person or by mail, signaling strong voter engagement as the campaigns make their final pushes to sway undecided voters. Vice President Harris is focusing on Pennsylvania in her last day of campaigning, with events scheduled in Allentown, Reading, and Pittsburgh. Her day will culminate in a major concert and rally in Philadelphia, featuring performances by a number of prominent artists and public figures. Harris is relying heavily on the support of suburban women and is counting on an organization called Women4U.S., which has been reaching out to conservative women to shift their votes from Trump to her. Trump, on the other hand, began his final day of campaigning in Raleigh, North Carolina, before heading to Pennsylvania for rallies in Reading and Pittsburgh. He will conclude his day in Grand Rapids, Michigan, in what is expected to be a high-energy rally. Trump has been using his rallies to attack both President Biden and Vice President Harris, often using controversial rhetoric. In one instance, he attacked former First Lady Michelle Obama, saying, "Michelle hit me the other day. I was so nice to her, out of respect. I was going to say to my people, am I allowed to hit her now?" Trump's comments are in line with his aggressive style of campaigning, which has drawn both strong support and sharp criticism throughout the election cycle. One of Trump's key campaign promises is to impose a 25% tariff on Mexico if the country does not curb illegal immigration and drug trafficking into the United States. Trump has threatened to raise this tariff to 50% or higher if necessary. This proposal echoes his immigration policies during his presidency, which focused on border security and reducing the flow of undocumented immigrants into the U.S. Despite Trump's claims of leading in every swing state, polling shows the race remains highly competitive, with both candidates vying for the support of crucial voter blocs. One demographic that could play a decisive role is Republican women. While Trump continues to dominate among Republican men, Harris is polling better among women overall, especially suburban women who are concerned with issues like reproductive rights and healthcare. Some Republican women, disillusioned with Trump's rhetoric and policies, are urging their peers to vote for Harris in hopes of bringing more moderation and compromise to the political landscape. Election security has been a major topic in the final days leading up to the election, with both domestic and foreign actors attempting to influence the outcome through disinformation. U.S. intelligence agencies have flagged several fake videos circulating online, including one that falsely claims Sean Diddy Combs paid Harris and her husband $500,000 to protect him from police raids. The video was linked to a Russian disinformation group, and government officials have warned voters to be cautious of such efforts to sow confusion and doubt about the integrity of the election. In Georgia, a key battleground state, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger has assured voters that the majority of votes will be counted within an hour after the polls close on Election Day. Raffensperger, who played a central role in defending Georgia's election results in 2020, emphasized the state's commitment to a free, fair, and fast election. He acknowledged that there might be attempts to undermine the results, but reassured voters that Georgia's voting systems are secure and that election officials are prepared for any challenges. As both campaigns make their final pitches to voters, analysts are closely watching the battleground states that could determine the outcome of the election. These states include Pennsylvania, Michigan, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, and North Carolina. Polling in these states has shown little movement in either direction, leaving the outcome uncertain until all votes are counted. The stakes of the election are high, with both Harris and Trump presenting starkly different visions for the future of the country. Harris has focused on issues such as reproductive rights, healthcare, and climate change, while Trump has emphasized immigration, national security, and the economy. Both candidates have faced significant scrutiny throughout the campaign, but they have remained focused on energizing their respective bases in the final hours before Election Day. As Americans prepare to cast their votes, many are reflecting on the past 4 years and what kind of leadership they want.